Oh, here we go. We're making another video. You know, it's hard work being a YouTuber. We don't make much money. You know,
and YouTubers in general.
Mr. Beast.
They make no money.
No, yeah, it's a hard grind. You don't get much money, but there is one kind of sponsor that's out there that's giving so much money to YouTubers,
and they have the most money, I think, out of anyone potentially in the world.
Yeah, it's the US Army. They got cash, and us as YouTubers, we could get it. So we're going to watch these videos of YouTubers being paid by the military, and maybe we could learn how to get some of that cash.
Yeah, get some of that dough.
Today we're going to be challenging the real US Army to a series of physical and mental challenges.
This is one of the most lethal air vehicles in the entire world.
Anyone can be in the Army, even me.
Literally the most lethal attack helicopter on planet Earth.
Thank you so much to the United States Army for sponsoring and making epic episodes like this possible.
Can't thank the Army enough for letting me come out here and take a look at everything that was happening.
It doesn't get any more real life Call of Duty than this, man. I've been playing Call of Duty since I was like 11 years old. 11 years old.
You go join the army for 3 days. That's a step up from what YouTubers usually do. It's always like, I spent a day.
Yeah, I spent a day.
You did 3 days.
And I like it he's, because I was going to ask, how did this man get access to the army? I like it just says ad.
Yeah, that's so good. It's just a recruitment ad for the army.
Go Army!
What does it take to be a soldier? Bravery, discipline, dance moves,
murder,
expendability, not having a lot of money. That's probably one of the main things that makes people join the army.
Poverty.
Because I think it's so funny that he's using the music they use on TikToks when they're recreating like 2000s rom-com.
Oh, it's just the things where they're like, I wanted to find out. I joined the army.
After finishing my midterms, I wanted to challenge myself and do something completely out of my comfort zone. Go Army gave me the opportunity to experience things firsthand.
Go Army is a thing? Is a game? Or is Go Army just a weird tagline for joining the army?
I think it's just for joining the army.
They know that it's so disgusting and like not nice to be in the army. They're like, okay, well, how about instead of going to war or joining the army, how about it's just Go Army?
Go Army.
Go Army.
I booked a flight to sunny California and made my way to Fort Irwin, where I would spend the next 48 hours.
I fucking hate clickbait. This guy's not even going to kill a single Afghani.
Yeah, that's fine.
I bet he's not going to do it.
It's not the true experience.
He's not going to do a war crime either. Oh, it is it is an army recruitment ad.
It's the US Army. Why would you pick this kid? Why would you pick him? Pick me. Wait.
Oh.
Yeah, see.
That's actually from Afghanistan.
Yeah.
There's a real...
It's still got dirt on it as well.
Has it got any kid's blood? I'm even more suitable for the army. Look what I've got.
Sponsor us.
Yeah, come on. Go Army!
Rucking is essentially hiking with weight on your back, and soldiers usually ruck at least once a week to keep in good shape, and I got to talk to some great people. One of them even tried teaching me how to gritty, but
It's funny that you can actually frame it like this.
Yes, it's insane. Imagine seeing this equivalent for the Russian army killing people in Ukraine.
Oh, wake up. Divide.
He even taught me how to cause a shock.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
it was time for me to get prepared to shoot a gun for the very first time.
You have to shoot 23 out of 40 targets to qualify.
That is a horrible hit rate. So you can spray and just kill one bad guy to one civilian.
And you're fine.
And you're fine.
I missed all of my shots in the very beginning, and it was pretty embarrassing, but after Sergeant Loader helped me adjust a little bit and...
Pretty far away.
That is very
23
far
out of
away.
40.
If you're shooting at people and killing civilians half the time at that range...
That's impressive.
I think that's
impressive,
pretty
man.
cool. Yeah, very impressive.
And then after the range, we headed back to the barracks to get some rest, and here is a quick tour of the barrack that I stayed in. I was very surprised with how nice it was.
Crazy that they seem to have money to have a pretty nice barracks. They just don't spend any money when these guys come back with PTSD.
Yeah.
It's like, well, you're homeless now. Remember that barracks?
Yeah, that was great, wasn't it?
Today was a very fun and tiring day, so once I got back to the barracks, I went straight to bed to prepare for tomorrow.
That is a toilet.
Yeah,
not a bed.
Straight to bed. I don't know.
Straight to bed.
I don't want to judge this guy. I don't know how he sleeps.
Yeah.
Probably sleeps on a giant pile of cash, actually, after doing a sponsorship for the biggest army in the world.
Yeah, I wonder how much it is.
Imagine how much money you'd be like
better
$1
be
million.
big. That would be awesome.
It'd be crazy.
I think
That's
if someone said you want $1 million...
don't have to ask me twice.
Go
Army!
Good morning, my friends. The sun rose about 30 minutes ago, and today I'm going to be doing some PT.
SD.
So I guess we're going to test how out of shape I am.
Thought it was a chant.
Yeah. They microdose them on trauma, so they will also be less hurt when the actual war happens.
So we started by doing some dynamic stretching, but I don't think my brain was fully awake yet.
Their clothes look like bad guy clothes. Like if I was making a Warhammer army.
Well, it's a mix between like, you know, some horrible Warhammer army and like the Jamaican bobsled team from Cool Runnings.
Also a horrible army.
Yeah. But also, how come he doesn't have to dress like everyone else? Are you serious, bro? You're making a video. You only have to be here for 3 days. You don't have to commit to anything. At least just wear the uniform.
It also showed me how dedicated our soldiers are to bettering themselves every single morning.
Fred's in a really hard position here because he has to like market this video on YouTube. It has to be exciting. The most exciting thing about the army is that they're murderers. They kill people and explode things. They go to other countries and heaps of civilians die and everything gets destroyed. That's such clickbait. It's so cool. But he also has to make the army look like they do nothing. Like they look like they just walk around and dance.
It's funny being not able to admit the best parts of the army.
That's why he's only got 370,000 views. No one's gonna watch someone doing the fucking beep test at high school.
The Fitness Gram Pacer test is a multi-stage aerobic.
Like it's so boring.
Also, we're probably going to get more views on this, which is Army if you're watching.
We look good in uniforms. Kill! 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 Kill!
Army.
After talking to the garrison commander and after he roasted my university, I got to meet Bradley. Bradley is a national champion and part of the cavalry regime. Bradley was a super friendly horse, and I learned a lot about how many different jobs there are in the army.
How many different jobs? You could be a horse. You could do anything.
You can be a dog.
Are you the guy who's gonna sniff out all the IEDs? Are you gonna get your face blown off in Syria?
This is my first time changing a tire, and the soldiers were telling me how important it is to take care of the vehicles. I don't think there is anything more rewarding than learning and doing something for the first time.
I'm pretty sure majority of people who join the army have changed a tire before.
Yeah.
For most people, this is a pretty menial task. Like this pampered YouTuber, it's like, I think it's really rewarding to learn how to do all these basic things that poor people have to do all the time.
As a final goodbye, I wanted to get their opinion on one last question. What is the most rewarding part of being in the army?
Well, you can ask them anything. You ask the most softball question.
Yeah.
What's the best thing about what's going on right now?
Yeah. What do you want him to say? You want him to fucking ask him about war crimes?
Yeah. Be like, are you scared that all your friends are going to die?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Do you know why you're going to Syria?
Doing any of this? Why are you here?
Traveling. Yeah, I say travel. Great experience. Yeah. New experiences, I say. Beginning to travel.
You get to travel, I guess. So that part's good.
To be honest, I just came here for schooling and also the experience.
There you go, an honest man.
Yeah.
Because everyone in America is like so fucking poor and the government doesn't offer you an education. The only way you can do it is by selling your life, essentially.
Yeah.
Being willing to die so you can maybe go to school.
No, I like that guy.
Yeah. You know, honestly, this is my only way to get education and not be poor anymore.
Yeah. And I think there are some cool things for men, for the army, and just the fact that you're with a bunch of other guys just like fixing cool vehicles. That does sound fun.
Yeah, but there's other stuff you got to do.
Yeah, I know, but if you just focus on that bit.
I mean, now, you're trying to get money for a video. I see your whole game. You see that this guy's made $1 million and you're just like, go Army!
Throughout the trip, I was blessed to meet so many amazing individuals who taught me different things. I tried learning how to gritty.
It's the first thing he says.
There are other avenues.
There are other ways to gritty.
You don't have to join the army.
If there is one thing that I learned from this trip, it's that anyone can be a soldier. Even me. Find Go Army careers opportunities where you can utilize your skills in the link below.
Why is he whispering?
The music. Is this actually sponsored by the army? Because I can't imagine the army would watch that and be like, yeah, that's great.
We got the
Maybe they just couldn't hear him.
Now we're going to solve our recruitment problems.
Yeah. And see him in Afghanistan.
Hey, look, we're not in Afghanistan anymore.
Right.
Old Trump
Syria.
and Joe Brandon pulled him out. We're in Syria, in Iraq.
Great.
Syria.
I want to know who this man is and why are they giving him money? Is this a psyop?
The whole thing. There's nothing else going on the
Maybe
channel.
this was whole started. His first thing was a Q&A with 400,000 views. How is that possible? And he hasn't done a sponsorship with anyone else. He kind of looks like a fake person. This video is just going to be turning into us finding psyop.
Yeah.
That is probably a new age of army influencers or something.
Yeah, but he's not very good. I feel like if the army did a psyop, it would be like Mr. Beast. It would be something like real big.
Lobo 2-9. Rounds are on target. Fired for effect. Gun ready. Rounds away.
Right behind me is the most heavily armed gunship in history, the AC-130J Ghost Rider.
That is Mr. Beast style. That is so good.
That is fucking sick.
How does he get that? He's got 298 subscribers. Who gave him an AC-130? When do we? You should have had like 20 of these on iTunes by now.
What's weird? It's not even an ad.
No. Okay, well then this is like deep military.
This
stuff.
is, yeah. Views
But
expressed in this
where's
video are my own and do not represent the official views of the United Air Force or Department of Defense.
You wouldn't write that unless they were paying you to do stuff.
Yeah.
We don't write that.
No.
Because it's pretty obvious, because, you know, we're not outlaws.
We're not getting paid by the army.
Do they just give, can we ask him? How do we get the AC-130?
Oh, that's pretty good,
We're much bigger than you. Hey Sam, we were just wondering where you got the AC-130. We've got a pretty big platform and we'd love one too.
Yeah, that's pretty good. If this ends with us with an AC-130.
I'm pro-US military.
Yeah.
If I get one of those planes, I'll fly it to Somalia and fucking kill whoever you want me to kill. I'll do whatever you want. I'll be an army guy.
Me too.
Well, today I'm out here at Cannon Air Force Base to teach you about the mission, the crew, and what it's like to experience firing the weapons myself.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's so funny to just use the same YouTuber tropes
for war crimes.
Yeah.
It's just insane. It's just, there's no shame.
I don't think they know that what they're doing is wrong in any way.
No.
I think the only way you can say that is if you genuinely believe that you're somehow like protecting your country from something.
Americans are so brainwashed to like be in love with their army, but simultaneously like think every other army is doing these crazy war crimes. Like, no, you're all doing it.
Yeah.
That's what your guys are. Like,
you're all as bad as each other. Yeah. You just have more money, which is why we're making fun of you.
You have enough money just to give a YouTuber an AC-130. You're fucking serious.
And what it's like to experience firing the weapons myself so that we can see what this gunship is truly capable of. Guys, get ready, because this is the AC-130.
This is what happens when you answer those emails you get in our fucking inbox and people trying to send us shit. It's all legit.
Yeah, because he actually went out there and said, okay, I'll test try the AC-130. We've just been ignoring them.
I'm Major Mark Wolf. I'm a weapons system officer on the AC-130J Ghost Rider. Our mission set is to provide close air support to special operational forces as well.
Did he have a skull on his
Ghost Rider?
Like, they're not even pretending that they're bad guys.
Yeah, it's just like, this is just a chill place, man. We're just gonna hang out on this death helicopter with a bunch of skull boys.
So this is the Ghost Rider, huh?
Yeah, it's essentially a bomb truck with guns.
You know, a few videos back, I got to fly on the normal variant.
He just didn't even react to
It's
that.
essentially a bomb truck with guns.
You know, a few videos back, I got to...
This kid scares me. The last thing I want in like control of this machine is like a YouTuber kid. They have no feeling. Like they are ready to nuke someone. Because the last video I got to fly in the other kind of plane.
I've loved working on it and seeing the impact it's had on the mission all across the world.
I can't imagine. I respect to what you do and just excited to be out here.
Wait, how is the military this bad at propaganda? This is so strange.
This is NPCs having conversations. Well, I'm so happy with the impact it's had around the world and seeing that.
I can't imagine.
So this is the AC-130J gunship, the most heavily armed aircraft in the world.
It's so funny you can just say that sentence and not think I'm a bad person.
Yeah, we've got the best death machine you've ever seen. You're looking at it right now. So how much do you reckon they're paying him?
He might not be getting paid like a YouTube sponsorship. He just might be working for the military and this is his job. This is his job. He's come in as a media, positioned as a YouTuber, and then he's doing this. And it's so, like this is working because this has 5 million views.
Yeah.
This has probably been responsible for some people joining the army.
Yeah, oh definitely. This is much better than the last guys. But also, this one's so much weirder. The last guy's like almost like a real person.
Yeah.
This guy is like, they've gone over the deep end with like, speaks what he's told to say.
And he speaks a bit like a psychopath.
Yeah.
The first thing you'll notice is the 30mm gun, which is capable of firing up to 200 rounds per minute, each roughly the size of a Coke bottle.
Each round blows up with the same force as a hand grenade.
Enough to say that we have enough on board to do some serious damage. The 30mm brings a lot.
How can you be saying that so boringly?
Yeah, that's the most exciting thing I've ever heard. It's a grenade gun.
You were literally like what they thought the Rapture was back in the day. You were like the devil. You were these horsemen flying through the sky and just exploding everything.
This is amazing. It's like, did you ever do the mods in video games, or do you change it so your bullets are actually RPGs?
Great. Well, they've done it.
They've done
the US Army's done that.
It's done that.
And let's just say that we have enough on board to do some serious damage.
The ammunition also feeds in from 2 different chains, allowing gunners to quickly switch to a second kind of ammunition if they need to take out a different threat.
It's so funny to design something to fight threats. Something's really threatening there on the ground in Iraq.
Yeah.
We need to design a machine that can handle that threat. It's like, bro, you could just chill here, there'll be no threats.
If America spent all their military budget on just making anti-aircraft gun in America, I would almost have no problem with it.
Untouchable
Because I'm
country,
like,
beautiful.
then it's like, they're not attacking anyone, they can't do anything with them.
And it's defense. It's a
fine.
defense force.
That is defense. Yeah, just do that.
This round and this weapon, the howitzer, is actually used by the Army. They utilize it on the ground. Here we have modified it so that we're able to shoot it in there.
I love that in America they talk about, like, you have these like people who do school shootings, all these like lone gunmen that are like, you know, obsessed with killing people and collect all these weapons, and it's like scary. And on the other hand, you have just like the most light-hearted talk about like a much more dangerous weapon.
Yeah. And then you're like, well, how could this person where do they get these ideas
so
from?
Violent.
Yeah, what is wrong with these? Meanwhile, YouTubers are like, whoa,
dude, you could kill a whole fucking wedding with one of these.
Flying artillery.
Absolutely.
I can't wait to...
I mean, you say that, but this guy looks like he has PTSD.
Yeah, this guy does not want to be holding this anymore.
Absolutely.
I've seen what this weapon does.
It was time to head inside the squadron for the mission brief. This was my opportunity to sit in with the crew.
There's a skull. How do they not feel like the bad guys? They're sitting in a room with a giant skull on the walls.
A flying skull. We are flying death.
It's so bizarre they try to make it look normal, and this is what a supervillain looks like.
Yeah.
This is how every layer is designed.
The weirdest part is that they have to... We know this is what they do.
Yeah.
And then why are you pretending you don't do that?
You're
and then you
murderous.
feel like an idiot because you have to say it so many times.
Yeah,
They're literally the ones fucking admitting it.
I'm very excited. I don't really know exactly what to expect, but I'm sure I'll feel that thing. It's gonna be crazy, huh?
Yeah, it's a pretty good recoil. It's kind of like if somebody were to like kick the bottom of your chair kind of hard like you're sitting in right now. So.
Okay, I'll take you up on that. Let's see if it's like that.
It's like they're not actually talking to each other at all. They're just
confusing.
weirdly delivering lines and
just back and forth into
staring
the ether.
Yeah, straight past each other.
We're about to load up here. I'll be honest, I'm feeling a little nervous. The firepower on this thing is crazy, and the fact that I get to strap in and shoot it myself, it's gonna be exciting, but we'll just see how it goes. So can't wait to bring you guys along.
Can't wait to bring you guys along. Can't wait to bring you guys along. He's like a TikTok boy.
Yeah.
He does like little like fuckboy hand gestures and head movements.
Insane.
That's crazy.
Now, one thing I haven't shown you yet is probably the most important component of the Ghost Rider. This dual console computer system known as the MOP, or Mission Operator Palette.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere.
It's so on the nose.
It's like obviously evil. Like everything they do is what a 3-year-old would identify as like the bad guy.
Yeah.
I want it on the walls. I want it on the plane. I want it on the screen. I want it in my skin.
This is where all the weapon systems are controlled, including the cameras, sensors, and most importantly, the trigger. Once all the tweaks were made, it was time to take my seat at the MOP. The first thing I'll say is that to some extent, it really did feel like I was playing a video game.
So it's kind of like the people watching this are gamers.
Yeah.
You have him say this, and then they're like, "Oh well, I'm good at Call of Duty. I've played the AC-130."
And also, I have no PTSD from playing a video game. There's no downside to killing people using this machine. Yeah, pretty on the nose, like, and it's just like a video game.
Yeah, you love video games. Go Army!
Go Army!
The side controller where you see my left hand is where you change the position of the camera over the targets as well as the zoom. And you can actually adjust the sensitivity just like your typical Xbox or PlayStation.
Stop it! You're advertising to children. What is this? And you can even change your skin. You can have a new uniform. You can have a flaming hand.
This is like when the fucking sponsors give you notes on the sponsorship in a video. And make sure you remember our most important talking points to tell the viewers it's exactly like an Xbox and PS2 controller.
Not just that it feels like a video game, but that you can change the sensitivity. It's pretty much you in your bedroom right now, but much cooler.
You could be killing people.
These two fingers are the ones you're gonna use most.
Zoom in, out, left, right. This is just like Call of Duty, guys.
Enemy AC-130!
I'm not kidding, it seriously was.
The people are fucking monsters.
Yeah.
This is one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I love it that he chose to like cut in video game footage instead of like, you know, actual footage from like an Apache helicopter, you know, maybe killing a bunch of journalists. There is footage of this stuff. There is footage of this actually killing people. But it's also just like Call of Duty, isn't it? It's just
just Call of Duty. Yeah. No, it's because they wanted to show the footage, but the footage would get demonetized on YouTube.
True.
And you can't get 5 million views. Your propaganda.
This was gonna be fun.
So you're good to go?
Is this the button?
It's the trigger.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so as soon as you pull it, the gun's gonna go off. So you good?
I think I'm good.
Alright, here you go.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
There you go. That a kid.
What did you say? Was that a kid?
No, he said. No, he said that a kid. Yeah, that's what he. No, he's saying that's a kid.
That's a kid. You just killed a child.
That's a child.
That's 10 points.
Good on you, boy. That's a kid.
That's a kid.
I then responded, send it, which prompts the controller to transmit the coordinates and target. In this case, a group of 3 enemy tanks. As the WISO or Weapons Systems Officer, I'll relay the gun type, ammunition, and distance to target, which then allows the CISO or Combat Systems Officer next to me to confirm.
It's funny because this is essentially training as well, because you're essentially giving people a little bit of knowledge so when they come in, they understand how things work. So it's like the first stage of training is this video and a recruitment ad at the same time.
And it's also appealing to the kind of nerds who like want to know the organizational process of loading a thing into a gun. Like people who are interested in that are going to love it here.
We gun ready. Gun ready. Woo!
Imagine like showing up, like you said, just Russian footage.
Yeah.
People getting ready to kill Ukrainians.
It's just so wild. Yeah, I was thinking about that exact thing. It's just like people's reaction to the war in Ukraine is normal. You know, people are like, oh, this is so disgusting. These are monsters. How can you kill these people? How are you doing this? And then like at the same time, just praise this identical thing.
Yeah.
Not even more powerful.
It's fucked. It's so strange. You know, I've been thinking.
Lay it on me, Alex. You can tell me anything.
I've just learned so much. You know, I've learned about friendship, dancing, hand gestures, vehicles.
I know what you're going to say.
Okay, shoot, kid.
I think you were going to say something along the lines of, if you want to get out of your comfort zone and join the army, just go to www.patreon.com/boy_boy.
Hey, you forgot one thing.
Huh?
You also get a free video every month.
You came to America on purpose?
No, not on a porpoise. On a raft.
What? Okay, that's good. I'm back. I'm alive. Babylon's fucking sick. You know, in all seriousness, there are other sponsors out there. You don't need to be sponsored by the world's biggest military. You know, in fact, an example of like a better sponsor would be someone like NordVPN.
NordVPN, yeah.
Which coincidentally is the sponsor of today's video.
We've been using NordVPN for years, and it allows us to comfortably and safely use the internet as it protects all our data and web activity.
You look at the camera when you're talking about it. You know, when we used to use the internet, we were weak and vulnerable and afraid, but now that we use NordVPN, we've got multiple layers of security. It's like we're flying through cyberspace in an AC-130.
NordVPN protects all of your internet data behind a wall of next-generation encryption, and they have over 5,000 servers around the world.
It's actually super useful for us because we're always in America, unfortunately, and then when we're there, we don't want to get locked out of all our accounts in Australia, so we just use NordVPN, and it's like we're in Australia, you know,
we don't trigger any annoying security things and our accounts don't get locked.
Yeah. It's great for changing locations around the world and getting faster internet speed and safely accessing public Wi-Fi, because that stuff's scary.
Yeah, it really is. So, go now to NordVPN to get a 2-year plan with 4 months free if you follow our link at
nordvpn.com/boyboy.
It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. That's
nordvpn.com/boyboy.